This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, and we're happy to be with you tonight.
Well, traffic was diverted this morning at the intersection of Highway 160 and 372 because of a two-vehicle crash.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, and auxiliary units were on scene for a two-vehicle crash that happened just after 8 a.m. this morning at the intersections of 160 and 372 in Pahrump. According to Nevada Highway Patrol, who are investigating the crash, all occupants declined to be medically transported at the time of the incident. The intersection was temporarily closed during the investigation and cleanup of debris and the removal of the vehicles. One SUV appeared to have sustained major damage, and a pickup truck received moderate damage.
Nye County Sheriff's Office is looking for two persons wanted in an elder exploitation case. Nye County Sheriff's Office responded to the 6,000 block of Waterford Street on August 13th for a report of a burglary.
The victim, a 75-year-old man, said he was hit over the head in his garage on August 3rd, and the suspect stole his wallet. The victim noticed fraudulent charges on his bank statement the following day. The victim also reported that a rare and valuable coin collection that was passed to him from his grandfather had also been stolen. The collection was valued at over $200,000. Deputies say that Terry Penoyer and Crystal Connolly had been staying at the victim's residence. They had access to the victim's residence in March when he was in the hospital. Throughout March, April, and May, Penoyer and Connolly took advantage of the victim, using his car without permission, stealing his tools, electronics, and coin collection. Deputies learned that Penoyer had sold the coin collection for a fraction of its value to a Southern Nevada pawn shop in March. The collection was sold and melted down, making it impossible to recover. Sheriff's deputies are looking for Terry Penoyer and Crystal Connolly in connection with this crime. The suspect that hit the victim over the head has not yet been identified. If you have information about Penoyer and Connolly, please contact Detective Corey Fowles at 775-751-4235 or email at ncso_detectives@co.nye.nv.us.
And the Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in identifying 3 burglary suspects.
On August 10th, several suspects broke in and vandalized the train depot in Rhyolite in central Nye County. Security camera footage was able to capture photos of the suspects. Nye County Sheriff's Office hopes that you might recognize the individuals. If you have any information as to who they may be, please call 775-751-7000. Or you can submit confidential tips via email at sheriff@co.nye.nv.us.
We've got more news coming right up, so stay with us.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by P&P Property Management. Knowledge, experience, communication, and trust. Call Cynthia at 775-727-4444.
And welcome back. U.S. factory production is up for the 4th straight month. Apple is out with its latest gadgets, and Amazon is adding more jets to their fleet. Angela Miles has more in your Business First Brief.
Topping our news, U.S. factory production is up for the 4th straight month. According to a report coming from the Federal Reserve, manufacturing production increased 1% in August. That was less than the 1.2% economists predicted. It's also a significant drop from July, when manufacturing rose 3.9%. Apple is out with its latest gadgets. The CEO, Tim Cook, showed off updated iPads. There's also a new smartwatch. That smartwatch has faster computing power along with the ability to measure blood oxygen. Apple did not reveal its new iPhones. Amazon is adding more jets to its fast-growing fleet. The giant online retailer is up to 70 cargo aircraft. That's compared to 50 that it had last February. Amazon is bumping up its jet set to keep up with 1- and 2-day deliveries and to stay competitive against UPS and FedEx.
Thanks, Angela. Well, each year about 40,000 pets die in house fires in the United States, but specialized equipment can help save animals' lives. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis explains how his department is using pet oxygen masks to help save the lives of our four-legged friends.
Many times, and actually way too often, pets are unable to get out of the structures that are burning, and our owners, the pet owners, desperately want to try to get back in there, but the conditions are untenable. They can't get in there safely. So one of the things that the firefighters do is have the ability to get in there as timely as possible, depending on the conditions, try and effect the rescue of the pets. Once we bring them out, we want to be able to resuscitate them, provide the necessary oxygen, things like that. So Brad Francis has assisted us in that effort by donating several pet oxygen masks, as you can see here. And it's a great tool for us. We keep these on the first out pieces of equipment, and we also carry them in our command vehicle, so that in the event that any pets are injured, you can see there's masks that have oxygen lines on them, and the tubes go to our oxygen tanks. And it gives us the ability by having different muzzle sizes, so we can place these on the pets while we do the resuscitative efforts and hopefully be able to revive them and get them to the medical facility for further treatment. The human ones, those obviously aren't designed for most use on pets. When you get into the smaller animals and then the cats and the small dogs, things like that, you want a much smaller muzzle size so it fits appropriately. That way you're not wasting oxygen product, you're getting it into where it needs to be to help them. Then you have your larger dogs, so we try to get those on there tight, give them the treatment, CPR, whatever is needed, and then get them rapid transport. Not necessarily by ambulance, because by license we can't do that, but the owners have a better chance then of getting them if we can get those preliminary resuscitative efforts underway, get them squared away, and then have them transported to a medical facility.
Fires can be especially scary for pets, and many times that makes it difficult for firefighters to find and save them.
It's all dependent on what the reaction of the pet is. Sometimes they'll seek and hide, and it's near impossible to find them if they hide under furniture and things like that. Other times, you know, they're in an area where they're to be expected. Sometimes they're kenneled. They can tell us where the dog's located as far as where the kennel's also located. We can go in there and effect a rescue. There's a lot of variables, but we want to be best prepared for those lives that we can save.
Some pet owners will place Save Our Pet stickers, like this one, on a window or door, but many times those windows and doors are damaged in the fire, making the stickers ineffective. Chief Lewis says there are better options for letting firefighters know about pets in your home.
If anyone has a significant issue with animals, they can call Nye County Dispatch, and they can ask them to put a note in the CAD that there's, you know, several dogs and cats. Therefore, when we get there, we'll know beforehand. The dispatcher will relay that message to us. We make contact with the homeowners and say, is everyone out? Are all the pets out? They either say yes or no, and it kind of gives us an idea what to expect.
And notes added to the computer-aided dispatch system don't have to be limited to details about pets in the home.
Handicapped individuals, special hazards, anything along those lines. Exotic pets that we might want to know about before we go in, those can be placed in the notes. And even vicious dogs. So in the essence, the dispatchers can put in those notes. We can read them while we're en route, or they can make a radio notification to us, be careful, there's an animal hazard.
Well, if you'd like to let first responders know about your pets in your home or flag another situation that might be important to police or fire, it's easy. Just call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000 and tell them that you'd like to add information to your address in the computer added to the dispatch system. And we want to say thank you to our own Brad Francis and Matt for that donation to Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue.
Brad and Matt, both pet lovers, both animal lovers, wanted to make sure that everybody's pets had a safe chance in case of a fire.
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
Wonderful. Thank you, Brad.
When we come back, we're going to tell you about the new smoking hot spot in Beatty. Stay with us.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Thanks for staying with us. The newest eatery in Beatty, Nevada is a popular spot for locals and tourists alike. Smokin' Jay's Barbecue opened its doors July 4th, and owner Jason Thompson says despite opening in the middle of a pandemic, business has been pretty good.
We broke ground in June of 2019. Took us about a year to build this, and it was a slow process, but all in all in Beatty, it probably wasn't that bad at all, really.
Yeah.
It gave me a chance to really figure out how to get things going. So
How are people liking it?
people love it. I've got so many great reviews, and they can't believe that there's barbecue like this here in this part of the country. It's great. It's just getting more and more popular out there as the weather starts cooling down a bit, especially at night.
Yeah.
At night, that thing can be packed pretty good. Yeah.
And so the tourists, of course, coming by you right here on the boulevard.
Yes, tourists are a big part of the business here. They love it. A lot of tourists, they don't really know about American barbecue, so they're intrigued, and they come check it out, and they're just blown away.
Let's talk about your menu. What do you got?
We got brisket, we got pulled pork, we got spare ribs, we've got jalapeno cheddar sausage. Jalapeno cheddar sausage is ground and stuffed right here in-house, and we got hand-ground burgers that with my special rub on them that everybody just loves. And you can add any of the smoked meats on the burgers, and it's a really good seller. We got some house-made sides, all homemade, my recipes: jalapeno macaroni and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, beans, and
even that banana pudding.
the banana pudding. We just put that on the menu probably a month ago. I've got a reverse flow smoker that I actually built myself like 10 years ago. I used to sell barbecue on the corner out here. And that's how I pretty much made my recipes and perfected everything, and just started selling to the public out here. And word got out, and it just blew up and got big. And we built this place, and here I am.
Oh, my mouth is watering. And homemade banana pudding. Smokin' Jay's Barbecue is located at 107 West Main Street in the heart of Beatty. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 to 9, and closed on Monday. You can learn more and see their menu on Facebook.
Well, a new school year has begun, but instead of being in a classroom, many students are learning from home. So how do you keep them motivated when they have all kinds of new distractions?
Lighting up the way. Valley Electric Association.
Children will be motivated by feeling they have a choice and they have a say in how the day goes. So that's probably the easiest way to help motivate your child, is having them have a say in the schedule.
Dr. Emily Mudd is a child psychologist for Cleveland Clinic Children's. She says creating a reward system can be helpful. For example, if they complete a certain assignment, they can go play outside or pick what to eat for dinner. She says using visual timers is a good way to keep kids on task. You can also switch up the delivery of the lesson plan by moving into another room.
It's going to be hard to sit in front of the same space every single day. So if there's 2 spaces in the home that they can go to, kind of go back and forth from, that would be ideal. Or outside learning, whatever you can do to keep them engaged.
Dr. Mudd says kids thrive on structure and routine, so it's important to have a flexible but consistent schedule. Of course, a teenager may have more to say in their day than a younger child who needs more direction.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the Channel 25 Weather Studios. Take a look at this map, would you? Look at this map. This map over here. Do you see this? This is the weather coming in from the West Coast and how it's affecting the fire lines and everything in California. You can see some of the smoke kind of drifting up, drifting out, drifting around. It's getting clear in Nevada. We like that, as you kind of see it, just kind of the smoke disappearing as these winds come up from the south. But Jason Povic, the senior meteorologist at AccuWeather, is going to join us in just a second. We're going to meet him, talk about what's driving this weather season, and we'll have that right after this.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Well, as John told you before the break, we spoke to senior meteorologist from AccuWeather, Justin Povic.
And he told us about how these dry weather conditionings are affecting the fires that are burning all up and down the coast.
Yeah, you know what? It all boils down to ingredients. And anytime you have very dry conditions, we have been talking about a moderate to severe drought out west, coupled with gusty winds coming in, and of course the heat as well. you're going to be setting the stage for, again, a fire development. And unfortunately, we have not seen that much rain here over the Southwest. We really lacked what we call the monsoon season, when we typically see more of that moisture coming into the Southwest. And again, not a lot of rain into California as well. And the Northwest, it has been dry as well. So again, you have those very dry fuels, and then you also have some gusty winds and some heat. And the conditions, unfortunately, are ripe for a widespread fire condition.
And they consider that our monsoon season is pretty much up now, right? So there's no chance for precipitation right now at this point?
You know, we missed the start of the monsoon season. We got off kind of a bit of a late start. We were really never able to catch up. So we're still definitely in the deficit here. And now as we go through time, you know, we look out here the next several days. And even though this front's coming in, it's going to change up the air mass. The best shot of precipitation is well off to the north. So we're missing our chance here.
And for more on the local weather, here's John.
Hi, good evening, Nevada, from the KPVM Weather Studios, Channel 25 News. I'm John Kohler. This is your weather report. Looking pretty fabulous and friendly this evening. Going to get down to a low of 51. 90 was your high today, and you're just a tick off the mark as we speak. In Fallon, 91 degrees is your high today, 49 for a low. In Carson City, checking in at 88 degrees. To cut that in half, there's your low tonight at 44. I can do math in my head. Divide by 2. Amazing. Tonopah, 87 degrees was your high today. 49 for your low. Out in Goldfield, 88 degrees was your high today, and 48 is your low. Beatty, Gateway to Death Valley, 96 degrees. 59 will be your low tonight. Amargosa feeling good at 101. Checking into the triple-digit club along with Las Vegas at 104. Lowest tonight, 63, 73 for those outfits. Death Valley, 110 degrees. Impressive. Low tonight, 75 degrees. Let's take a look at local weather here in Pahrump. 98 degrees is your current temperature. Love that. High today, 100 degrees. I was feeling it. Actually, I was feeling it. Winds out of the southwest, 9 miles an hour. South and west means smoke. Smoke from the west. A little smoky dokey today here in Pahrump. Not too humid. 9% humidity in the sunrise this morning at 6:27 a.m. Oh, I'm looking forward to that sunrise tonight, though, or the sunset tonight, and that'll be 6:48. We are losing some minutes. Mostly at night, not picking up a lot in the morning. Yeah, mostly losing at night. Low tonight, 66 degrees, where we'll bottom out towards the morning. Winds out of the east, probably bring some smoke with it. There's some smoke to the east, smoke to the west, smoke to the north. As long as those winds come from the south, we're in pretty good shape here. Humidity, 16%, shouldn't be too shabby. 98 degrees is your current temperature. Let's take a look at the forecast throughout the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be hanging in there, dropping off a little bit from our high today of 100 degrees. It'll get down to about 93 for a low on Wednesday, and then a mixed bag of temperatures all the way in between. Low's going to be hanging around 66 degrees, mid-60s. Should be pretty kind to us. As the wind kicks up, they'll look at that 13, 16, 13, 11 miles an hour. Yeah, that's kind of like watch out for your umbrella a little bit. Some of those big gusts come up, and then suddenly you're at 35 miles an hour, and boom, everything's in the pool. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But as long as that wind stays out of the south, we should be looking good from a smoking perspective. And that's your weather report from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. I'm John Kohler. Back.
Thanks so much, John. Fantastic. So this Saturday is an event. So we're doing some events around town. That's exciting. It's the First Choice Pregnancy Center Diaper Run, which helps with diapers and wipes for the First Choice Pregnancy Center. So if you'd like to participate, of course, you can do that. It starts Saturday, September 19th at 9 a.m. at J-Mar Customs right there on Highway 160, 1271. You can stop on by. If you would like to join, of course, you can register ahead of time or you can register at the event. Riders are $15. You have to bring some diapers and some wipes. So one for the rider and wipes for the passenger to donate to the First Choice Pregnancy Center. If you want to find out more, of course, you can go to First Choice Pregnancy Center's Facebook page or give them a call as well. And that's going to be a fun event.
Another way you can help our community on Sunday, and this is going to be fun because I like candy. I like candy and ear candy. I'll take some of that as well. This is a benefit for the VFW Feed Pahrumps Hungry Benefit Jam at Sullivan's Pub. Don't forget to show up and drop off some canned goods. Help out the VFW. That's this Sunday, 3 to 7 at Sullivan's Pub, 2450 West Mesquite.
All right. That's going to do it for our news. I'm Deanna.
I'm Missy. Have a great evening.
Good night.